Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off, the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting with a forgotten soul. So stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fold, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she holding shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention. Cause I'm making a connection, lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession. Taking action and progressing, I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They doubt me all the same, told me I won't make a name. But it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins. Feel adrenaline, no pain, welcome all to my domain. Yeah. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate each and every one of you coming out this evening to join me and my Boys for Life with two Beast Monkeys. And we are here to talk to you about our Eagles, our Cowboys, this rivalry in the NFC East. Appreciate you all for being here. What's going on, my guy? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing phenomenal. I bought me, as you can tell, my face is glowing a little bit today. I went and bought me what is this thing called with the light, the selfie light. There you go. Got me one of those today. So I'm trying to upgrade my stuff here. So I got me a new camera light here for better quality pit. It sucks because the outlet behind me, the wire's not long enough to put right behind my computer, so I can get it all even. So it's kind of like dark on one side and light coming in from the other side, but it'll do for now.
Wait, you said it's too short?
Yeah, because where I have my table, because I do everything in my kitchen, so where I have my table, the outlet behind me, the wire is not long enough, so I'm gonna have to get one of those, not an extension cord, but one of those multi-outlet things that you plug in to make it to extend it further, so that way I can put it behind my computer when I'm doing it. It's easier when I'm doing a video because I got my other selfie stick that I can set up, put it right behind me, but.
Well, hey, man, it's all good, you know. I mean, you Dallas fans are used to coming up short. You know?
Oh, man. I don't know how you can say that with 52 years of nothingness, and then you win one, and all of a sudden you think y'all are top dog or big dog.
Hey, man, you know what? I would rather have my last 20 years than your last 27.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you want to talk about,
I don't give a shit about the fucking past, homie. It's about right now.
Well, I mean, you don't give a shit about the past, so then why are you bringing up the past 20 years and my past 7? Because your past 20 years, you've done absolutely nothing except win one Super Bowl. You went to the NFC East 4 times in a row and only won once.
Yeah. What did you do?
Only win once. I mean, you might as well be the Dallas Cowboys, right? I mean, you get there and you don't do anything, right? You might as well be the Dallas Cowboys. You get there and do nothing with it.
At least we get there. At least we get there.
That's fine. You can get there, but I mean, no one remembers second place, right? Exactly. Remember, we're Ricky Bobby over here, okay? We're Ricky Bobby over here, all right? If you ain't first, you're last. So that's all I got to say. If you ain't winning Super Bowls, then you've done nothing with your season. So aside from one Super Bowl 5 years ago, the Eagles have done nothing in the past 20 plus years of being in the past. So
yeah, well, you know, that's fine, man. You know, I know you guys don't count, you know, before Super Bowl era, but I mean, we all together have 4 championships. That's fine, like I said, but we have 1 in the Super Bowl era. But hey, it is what it is. You know, you can talk your shit about the past all you want. It's all about.
I didn't even bring up the past. I brought nothing up about the past.
No, you brought up the past. You just sat here and said in the first 50 some years you didn't do nothing. That's bringing up the past. So I rebutted defending that.
Yeah, but your Super Bowl's still in the past because it
was no. You're not turning this on me.
It was 5 years ago. Your Super Bowl is, and then your rings, your 3 rings before the Cowboys were even a team, were when the league had like 10 teams in that entire league. So I mean,
so you're going to discredit.
You're comparing apples to oranges here. I'm just saying.
No, you're going to discredit everyone else. You know, that's one of the main reasons why Green Bay is the most winning.
Why they're called Title Town. I understand that. But they don't even count their championships out of there. They all they talk about is their 6 Super Bowl rings or 5.
Oh yes, they do count them. That's why they are the most winning franchise in the NFL. If they didn't count them, they wouldn't be, would they?
Well, I mean, they're the most winning franchise because it was them and the Bears that were a team that when it was the 100th season of the NFL, those were the first 2 teams around. So I mean, you have a 50-50 shot of winning championships. So
always going to be excuses.
It's not excuses. It's just it's real life. It's fact. I mean,
we're talking about now. Fuck the past. It's about right now.
All right, you want to talk about right now? You're 8-0. Great. I'm going to give you the same energy. I'm going to give y'all the same energy that you constantly gave us. Y'all constantly told us last year when we were ripping through teams and whatnot. Oh, your team hasn't faced a winning quarterback. Your team hasn't this. Your team hasn't that. Well, guess what? Aside from the 3 teams that were in the Super Bowl the past 2 years, we have basically the same schedule. And I mean, you only playing who's in front of you, right? But let's be real here. Are the teams that we have that we're both playing? It's a cupcake schedule. Luckily, the other teams that normally beat us in the playoffs are actually falling off as well. So this works well for both of us. That's what I'm gonna say.
It truly does, man. And you're right. You know, we both do have cupcake schedules, and we catch a lot of shit for it. And in all honesty, well, guess what? We don't make the fucking schedule, so we play who we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You know, yes, we are 8-0. We had this discussion on Twitter earlier. You're like, well, we're 6-2. I was like, yeah, you're the second loser right now because we have not lost a single game yet. We have a cupcake schedule, so have you. I mean, hell, dude, you lost to the fucking Buccaneers. That should feel really fucking bad.
Well, aren't they division leaders right now? I think they are.
Seriously,
I
homie.
think they are.
Seriously, come the fuck on.
And like I said, I put that.
You're really going to use that? Is that really going to be your excuse?
And like I said,
here,
no, I'm just saying you're acting like they're some horrible team. I'm not saying that they're not horrible. I'm just saying I mean, we can say the same thing for you and give it up 32 points to the Bears. I mean, not the Bears, the Lions. Y'all said the same thing. Y'all said the same thing. Oh, it was the first week.
No. Week 1. I never said that. In fact, go back and watch my videos that I made. I actually said I respect the fucking shit out of Detroit. You know, and I honestly think they will be a better team this year than what they were last year because
better
of what
team how? Because their record does not reflect better. I mean, it does because they have 2 wins because they destroyed. Well, they played hard last year. I mean, they played hard last year.
But a couple games also this year, they were without Swift. They were without Ramon St. Brown. They were without some of their key weapons. But still, they play tough, and they're better than what they were last year. Yes, their record doesn't show it, but we also Houston's better than what they're or not Houston. Sorry. Well, Houston has the potential to be better than what their record shows. You know, they truly do.
If Cooks would have played that game, I think y'all would have lost. I'm just the way they ran all over y'all that game.
Bro, it's not. Listen, I'm not so worried about that, man.
Well, like if you should be worried about it because
third overall defense in the NFL.
I understand that. I understand that, but your run defense. Now that I know Jordan Davis is out 4 to 6 weeks from last week, so now he's out like 3 to 5 weeks. That's a huge problem for y'all. That's going to be a huge problem because if a team gets the run game, guess what? If a team gets the run game going, then the play action, the linebackers, the corners are going to bite. Everything falls apart if the run game gets going. If a team has a well balanced attack like what the Cowboys do and a couple of other teams that y'all got playing, I'm very interested to see the Monday night game. I really am interested to see that.
Why?
Because I think Washington, it's a divisional game. I know y'all swept them last year, but if they can get their run game going, I don't know. Heineke has been surprising me. I mean, they pulled Wentz out, right? And they started winning games. I mean, if they would have won against the Vikings, there would have been 4 teams from the NFC East in the playoffs right now, at least in the playoff picture. Because the Texans, or not the Texans, but the Washington would have been what 5-4 or whatever it is, and they would have been the 7th seed. So it would have been all NFC East teams in the playoff picture right now. Right now, the Washington's on the outside looking in because they lost. But I'm interested to see that game because if y'all struggled the way y'all did against the Texans. And I don't think they're that great of a team. All you really have to do is shut down that run, which y'all struggled to do. I think Washington has a better defense than what the Texans do. So I think they'll be able to stop Hurts a little bit easier than what the Texans did because y'all went up and down the field on them in the first half.
Yeah. Let me know when you're done.
All right, I'm done. You can go.
Bro, it does not matter to me, okay? Like, listen, I'm going to put it to you this way. I'm not worried about Washington. I'm not even worried about y'all. Like, there is no one that scares me right now on this schedule. That remains, okay? I'm being 100% honest with you. You can say it is ego. You can say it is being cocky. You can say it is whatever you want. But listen, when you have the defense that we have, when you have the offense that we have, I can say whatever I want. I mean, until anyone beats us, first off and foremost, we are who we are. You can say we're not battle tested and we're not proven, whatever you want. We are. In fact, you can be battle tested and never lose. You know, you don't have to lose to be battle tested. Every game is a test. Okay? These guys are playing out of their fucking minds. They truly are. Like, you can sit there and say what you want, but bro, I got stats here I can read to you that are no fucking joke. I mean, you guys sit here and you praise what Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs is and how the Bills are a tremendous team. Do you know that Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are right underneath them with their completion percentage at 62.3, 10 yards per attempt, and 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and that's second among Allen and Diggs? Like, dude, you sit here and you guys talk, and that's fine. But we've already proven we can beat your defense. You can say what you want about your offense, but we've proven that we can beat your defense. Diggs
on
was
a short field,
bro. It does not
starting
matter.
at the 40-yard line.
It
Yeah,
does
you
not
can.
matter.
You're
Diggs
gonna
was
put points
nowhere.
up.
Diggs was nowhere, bro. Like, he was no thought at all. None of us were worried at any moment, at any time. Parsons, nowhere until Lane Johnson went down with a concussion. Then he starts showing up a little bit. But even still, we're not fucking worried. It doesn't matter what you do. We have an offense that is high-powered, weapons at every single position. You can't cover it. You sit here and you say what was it, 5 that we played you, I think, right?
The what now?
Or
The
4,
5 what?
week 5 we played you, right?
Week 6.
6, yeah. You know, DeMarcus Lawrence sat there, talked all that shit. Oh, he hasn't played a defense like that. Motherfucker, get out of here. This team plays with people. They get up on people, and then they're like, all right, now come beat us. And then as soon as you get back, they go and down the field at will, whether it's a 14 play, a 16 play, an 18 play, and they just put the nail in the fucking coffin, and there's no coming back from it. They can do whatever they want whenever they fucking want. If all you can do is run the ball and that's all you can do, okay, you're still one-dimensional. I feel comfortable stacking the box with my fucking players and letting my corners go one-on-one with y'all. They're the best CB tandem in the whole NFL. Bradbury and Slay are not a fucking joke. CJ Johnson is not a fucking joke. My linebackers are not a fucking joke. You can say what you want, bro, but my team matches up with yours and even better. It is what it is. With or without that. You can go get OBJ. I still am not fucking scared. It does not matter.
Are you done?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, well, you're going to sit there and say Diggs wasn't a thought. I mean, he was only targeted twice. So he was a thought because he didn't go – no, they didn't throw his way. They didn't throw his way. He was only targeted twice, gave up 1 reception. So, of course, it's going to look – it's a 50% completion rate on Diggs for that game. But they only threw at him twice. So he was a thought, and he only gave up 11 yards that game. Only 11 yards that game. So, I mean – he did shut down whoever he was guarding because they didn't throw his way. So, I mean, who was he on most of the night? He was on. I think he was on. I wouldn't say A.J. Brown because I think A.J. Brown had a decent game that game, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had like 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they all did. They all had a good game.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you have your backup quarterback, and I'm not using that as an excuse, but I'm just saying when you have your quarterback who let's face it, and like I was saying that whole duration of that time, the Cowboys aren't winning because of Cooper Rush. I like that Cooper Rush was in there because of what it was forcing Kellen Moore to do and call a more balanced attack, more of a balanced game. And now that Dak's back, that is actually happening. And I said, with Dak Prescott, if you're going to call a more balanced attack, there's going to be throws and plays that Dak can do that Cooper Rush can't. And if you look at it, look, I've been saying this, I've been wanting this for years. If you can have Dak rush the way he did against the Bears, throw for anywhere from 200 to 275 yards, a couple touchdowns a game, let this defense do what it does, and we will be fine. That's why I'm excited to play. I can't wait to play y'all Christmas Eve, because it's going to be a different game. I get it. You're going to sit there and say, well, at that point, we might be sitting all of our starters. That's fine. I mean, there's only 2 games after you play us. So fine, sit your starters. Actually, I want you to sit your starters, because that just gives me a better chance of not having to give my belt up to Cool Cat. You know what you know? So I don't want to send that over there. And am I worried about y'all sweeping us? No, I'm not. I mean, y'all can play your starters all you want. I actually think we're gonna split with y'all. And I even said that in the offseason. Like, even when I wasn't joking and said we're gonna sweep again, I said we're probably gonna sweep with the Eagles this year. I think we're gonna sweep everyone else, but we're gonna go 5-1 this in this divisional against the division.
You know, first off, before I get to what I want to say, what the hell made you put your belt up?
Because he had his, and I wanted it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, he had his, and I was like, I'm gonna start collecting people's belts. So
Look.
I wanted to start with his.
So this is what I wanted to get at right here below me. This is a Dallas fan. Eagles haven't faced any good teams yet this season. Well, Minnesota is 7-1. The only team to beat them is us, and we spanked the shit out of them. I was there live, personally, witnessed it. And then I was going to say you, but according to this Dallas fan, you guys aren't good. So I'm just not going to put you in that conversation then. Because from
don't put
point of view, you haven't faced anyone good, therefore y'all suck. And I'll take it. So it is what it is.
I think what he's saying is that without Dak Prescott, you haven't faced any good teams this year.
No. From what this says, you guys suck. And that is
he didn't say sucked. I mean, there's levels, right? There's elite, there's great, there's good, there's average, there's below average, there's horrible.
Bro, he said it.
So
Talk to him.
He just said good team. So we could be below average, which we're not. This defense, I think,
He said it.
No, well, he said we haven't faced any good teams this year. So, I mean, like
No,
I said, there's levels here.
Well, I guess you're not a good team. Well, thank you.
Well, I mean, according to him, according to Alexander, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this comment right here. The Joey show. I don't want to jump everyone, but Cowboys haven't faced any good teams. The Giants face Tennessee and Baltimore. Giants have faced better teams. Just imagine the Cowboys being undefeated. Well, we play Tennessee in a couple weeks. I don't know how you can sit there and say we haven't played any good teams when the first 6 games was our gauntlet of which we didn't know what now you can sit here and make fun and say, oh, you lost to Tampa. At the time, you didn't know because it was Tom Brady, first of all. And you know, they have their squad up there. And granted, I mean, look, if you look at it, we still only gave up a touchdown to them. We still only gave – and like I said, I blame that whole loss on Kellen Moore. We played the Bengals, and no one gave us a chance – with trash, really, with Cooper Rush.
Right now.
Did you give us a chance to beat the Bengals knowing Cooper Rush was going to play?
The Bengals?
Yeah. When we played the Bengals week 2, did you give us a chance to win, or did you think the Bengals were going to beat us?
No. I will be honest with you. No, I did not. No one did. Of course not. But now that you see what the Bengals are, that's a piss poor.
Oh, okay. So we can say that thing. We can say the exact same thing about the Bucks. No one gave Dallas a shot, but now that we know Tampa sucks, we're gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
See how that works. See how that works. See how that works.
Hold up. You can't sit there on your fucking high horse and sit there and say you wouldn't do the exact same fucking thing.
About what?
You would. You would
about
do
what?
the thing. You would look back at that schedule and be like, oh, well, if we didn't know then that they were going to suck then, like, yeah, you would do the same thing.
I mean, I had us beating the Bengals. And I did a show with the Ram fan. I believe I said I even had the Cowboys winning that game. And no, I had the Cowboys losing to the Rams, but I had the Cowboys beating the Bucs. Because I didn't think they were going to beat us 2 years in a row.
Well, I don't know how the fuck you had the Cowboys losing to the Rams. They're not even close to what they fucking were last year. They're a spitting image of themselves. They suck.
Hold on,
I don't know why you would have picked the Rams.
Back when I did this show in the middle of the summer, yeah, I picked the Rams because they had just come off a Super Bowl win, and guess what? They still have Aaron Donald. They still have Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they still have guys out there. They still have Cooper. They still have Cooper Kupp.
And you still didn't see how bad they did the first 4 fucking weeks?
Okay, when I made this prediction, it was the middle of July.
It's still 4 weeks in.
Not after week 1. Not after – no. And then I kind of kept quiet during that week of us playing the Rams. And then I saw us destroy them. And then I was happy because Cooper Rush, to be honest with you, when they went up and they scored and they went up and they were beating us for like 5 minutes, I was like, okay, we're probably going to lose this game because this is where Cooper Rush takes his shit. No, it wasn't. Tony Pollard came through, scored a touchdown, and we went up, and it was all over from there. So when I made these predictions, it was the middle of July, it was August, it was June when I was talking about this stuff. Like I said, everyone had the Cowboys losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1, and now y'all make fun of us because they suck. But no one had us beating the Bengals after we lost. But then we beat them, and now you're like, oh, yeah, y'all beat them because they suck. You see how that works? Right? You can't do that. Y'all can't flip-flop. And I'm not just saying you. I'm just saying everybody that did that stuff. Okay. Y'all can't do that.
So when we come in Christmas Eve and we clap that ass, what's your excuse then?
I don't know. I'll find something. I'll find something.
Dak didn't throw enough.
No, I don't want Dak to throw. This doesn't prove whether the Eagles or Cowboys are better. It's nonsense. What doesn't prove that the Cowboys or Eagles are better? Elaborate, Joey, because I don't. This is nonsense because we're just going back and forth talking mess. And so like the reason why I was a little upset, and I was like, you know what, I'll bring it tonight because I'm a little pissed. So my stepdaughter is in after school care program, and I guess in the bathroom the floor was wet and a little girl fell. Well, she accidentally pushed my stepdaughter when she was falling. My stepdaughter fell on her wrist or on her hand. She had to brace herself, and she hurt her wrist, and she went to go tell the teachers there in the after school care program at the school. And then she told them, can you call my mom? And they told her, no, your mom's probably busy. So until my wife went to go pick her up, like whenever, at like 5, our time, my stepdaughter was sitting there in pain. So that pisses me off. That's why I was like, okay, well, I'm going to bring it tonight. Because I'm a little upset. And I have every right to be because that's bullshit, right?
No, I'm glad you did, but I mean, listen. In all honesty, dude, I think in my honest opinion, you guys are worried about the wrong people. You shouldn't be worried about us.
Who should I be worried about? I mean, I'm not worried about y'all. Look.
You should be worried about the Giants, bro.
Why would I be worried about the Giants? Didn't their left tackle just go down, hurt himself? Didn't Xavier McKinney? Isn't he going to be gone for like the next month and a half? Like, why would I be worried about the Giants?
Because the Giants are playing really good fucking football and playing well over their fucking potential. Because they are tied with you and they've beaten Baltimore. Like Joey said, they've beaten Tennessee. They've beaten Green Bay. They've beaten proven people.
Hold on. isn't Green Bay like 2-6 right now or some weird shit like that?
Bro, it doesn't matter, bro.
Okay,
And
so when we beat them tomorrow, so when we beat them on Sunday,
I
you're
expect
gonna
you to
give
do
me
that.
my props
I
and sit
expect
there
you.
and say,
No, I
"Oh, you
expect
actually
to beat
beat a
Green
great
Bay.
team." You're gonna
No,
tell me,
no. I expect you to beat Green Bay. If you
okay.
beat Green Bay, awesome. If you lose to them, you're catching shit.
Oh,
100%.
hold on. So hold on. Let me get this straight. It's kudos and for the Giants to beat Green Bay and sit there and
Yeah.
say, "Oh, they
You
beat a
know
team that's
why?
proven." Hold
You
on.
know
Why?
why?
Because they were supposed to suck this year? Because they were on a rebuild. They're doing what the Eagles did last year. Is that why?
Yeah,
Is that
dude, they're
why?
playing well over their potential. Yes. At the begin, especially at the time that they played them, you matched the Giants roster to Green Bay. Yes, even though their wide receivers are not talented in Green Bay, they still have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. They still have a pretty solid defense.
Well,
They've
their
just
defense took a hit this
they did.
weekend.
They
Their
did.
offensive line took a hit this weekend,
Yes, they've
and
been
and
improved.
I think it's bullshit that Aaron Jones, oh, my ankle's not that bad. No, it's bad. It's bad. Even though like there's nothing significant, you can play with your words of how you word stuff because I do it all the time, right? And for them to sit there and say, "Oh, it wasn't that bad. It's not that significant." No, but he's still going to have some pain. So the Cowboys are going up against a well-wounded, lame Green Bay Packer team, and yeah, and you're right. I am expecting the Cowboys to put a show on and beat Green Bay. So when we beat Green Bay, like I'm just gonna act like it's any regular day. I don't, I'm not gonna be like, oh, we beat another great team. No, because they're not great. They're 2-6. Their record reflects who they are. Aaron Rodgers is not playing like the Aaron Rodgers of old. They don't have weapons. I don't care what you say about Aaron Jones and Dylan because I have Dylan on my fantasy team and he's always one of my flex guys and he gets me like 3 points a game. So I mean, you can sit there and say Dylan's good when he's not, or maybe it's just because they don't use him enough. But Green Bay. I'm not worried about the Giants. I'm not really worried about the remainder of our schedule because we got the Titans. They don't look all that great. We have the Texans who they gave y'all a fight, but I mean so did the Lions, and we only gave up we only gave up 6 points to the Lions. While y'all gave up 32. Who else do we got? Oh, we got the Jaguars. Y'all kind of struggled against the Jaguars.
Real quick,
y'all actually thought that was going to be your first loss until y'all kind of settled down.
Whatever made it, whatever did we get to the point that you have to blow somebody out to be good?
I don't know, y'all. You tell me that. You tell me that because every
You're
time,
because
I'm giving the same energy that we always get when we barely beat a team that's trash. We get told, "Oh, you barely beat this team. Y'all are trash. All this, all of that." While y'all are sitting, at in third place or second place when y'all are sitting behind us. Like we get told that all the time. And
you might be told that by other people, but I don't.
Yeah, and you're right, but I wasn't specifically
but
saying
that's
you
why
said
I'm
this
asking
stuff.
you, when did we get to the point that blowing someone out makes you a great fucking team?
Hell if I know, but I'm just giving you the same energy that I always get from Eagle fans. And I said, I wasn't specifically naming you. No, I get it. Yeah. And I wasn't specifically naming you. I was just saying y'all as in a general statement of Eagle fans.
We need to get out of that mindset. I don't need to blow people out. A W is a W. I don't give a shit if it's – listen, they can go 21-20, 18 weeks straight and win by 1 fucking point. A W is a W. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care.
So if you go 18 weeks straight, that means you're going to be one and done in the playoffs because there's only 17 weeks.
Whatever. And... you know what I mean. No, but I like this comment, though, by Cowboys fan. He's trying. I'll give him that. He said if we should be worried about the Giants, y'all should be worried. We already beat the Giants. Well, why should I be worried about the Giants? Because we already beat y'all. And if you beat them, why would I worry about them? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just
because matchups are different. Every team matches up differently. You can't do that because you were just talking about matchups earlier in the segment here. You were just
Dude,
talking
we
about
all
matchups.
talk circles about everything we fucking say.
We
all do it.
We all do what?
We all talk circles around what we say. All
When
the
do
time.
I talk circles? Well, no. I mean, maybe I talk circles, but
Yeah, we all do it. Don't even say
I don't do that. What you just did, sit there and say, "Oh, matchups," and then I sit here and come at you and say, "Well, matchups this," and you sit there and say, "Matchups don't matter." Like I don't do that. I don't do that. If I say some weird shit like that, I'll sit there and say, "Okay, you got me." But like, I don't do stuff like that.
Yes, but the fact is, though, you have the number 1 defense. Okay.
Yeah.
And if we can beat you, we can beat them. It's just, you don't need numbers to tell you that. That's just fucking logic and common sense. If you guys are the best and we already beat the best, then we should have no problem beating them. It just, you know what I'm saying? Follow me down the rabbit hole here, man.
No, I understand, but see, I'm a guy that looks at all the variables. I just don't look at a number or the game, and and black and white. No, there are some variables that y'all took advantage of. Like, I'm not saying if Dak played, Dak wouldn't have had 3 interceptions on his side of the field. I'm not saying that, but it's very easy to beat the number 1 defense when you go down and you score. Then your backup quarterback, who's asked to do too much, goes down and throws a pick like 2 plays later, and the defense is right back on the field when y'all are on the 30-yard line. Like I said, there are variables that need to be taken accounted for. Yes, you beat our defense, but the majority of the time, y'all were in short fields. I mean, that's why short field situations. Why do you think Jalen Hurts only had 155 yards passing?
With 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, no. I get it, because he actually passed the ball inside the 5-yard line. So I'm just saying, like there are variables that are taken accounted for in this. Like, I just don't look at it and be like, oh, well, y'all beat us, blah, 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 whatever. No, I add every single variable into the situations. That's what I do. That's how I come up with all my stuff, is I take into account everything. I just don't look at anything black and white, because there's so much stuff. If this play didn't happen, then the outcome could have been this. Or if that play happened, the outcome could have been this. You know what I mean? Like, there's just variables that I take into account that I don't think a lot of people do.
Yeah, well, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, it'd be Christmas every fucking day, wouldn't it?
I wish it was Christmas every day.
I don't. That's a shit ton of money coming out of my wallet, bro.
I mean, I didn't say I was going to get presents all the time. But...
wait till your kid gets a little older, then we'll come back to this conversation.
Oh, I already got stuff for my stepbrother.
Toys keep getting. No, I'm saying, like, he's young now. Wait till he's 3 and 4. Toys get more expensive. Fucking dings your wallet hardcore.
No, I'm sure it does. But good thing that I have good credit, because I got $30,000 just sitting on 2 credit cards. So
there you go.
I'm good.
There you go. But no, man. Let's talk about your matchup real quick. You guys have Texans, right?
Packers.
Or Packers, right? Yeah.
Packers
Texans.
and the Vikings.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Yeah, we got the Packers Sunday, the Vikings the following week, and then I want to say it's the Texans, and then it's Green Bay, and then it's it's the Giants, and then the Texans. We play the Giants on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm gonna
2 divisional games on 2 holidays, Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I know. And last year we got our.
You'll lose them both. Ain't that gonna suck for y'all? Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, Giants are gonna spank that ass, and we'll do it Christmas. So, I'm not too worried about it. No, but what? Obviously, you should not be worried about Green Bay.
No,
I would
I'm not
worried about Green Bay. In fact, if I was Green Bay, I would just bench A-Rod and just put Jordan Love in and just see what the kid's got. That way, whether or not you have to trade him and give value, at least you know what you have. But yeah, Packers season's pretty much done, dude. Aaron Rodgers and his wide receiver core just are not on the same terms. You know what I mean? Like
And I was reading something that his wide receivers are frustrated with him making them the scapegoat. And I did a video on this the other day when I said the Cowboys defense we're gonna make a big statement against Aaron Rodgers, because guess what? Aaron Rodgers is what 7-3 against the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's like 4-0 or 2-0 or whatever it is in the playoffs against the Cowboys. By the way, Des caught it, so I'm gonna say that till I die. But if you look, I mean, if I'm a wide receiver playing for Green Bay and my quarterback's constantly telling me I'm the problem, you think I want to play for that guy? No, I don't. No, I do not. And like I said, and like I was talking about earlier, Jones. I mean, they said they got lucky that there's no significant damage to his ankle, but there's damage there. It hurts. He's not going to be 100. Dylan, I'll be surprised if he gets going. They took a blow to their secondary, I believe is what it was. They took a blow to their pass rush. It just seems like it's just injury after injury. Like, I'm not kidding you. Last week on the bye week, every update I was getting, it said Packers, and it was someone was getting hurt and was down, and like a starter. So I was like, there's no way that we should be losing this game at all. Like, Dak should, like, if there's one game that Dak should have above 250 or even 275, it's this game. Even though I still want it to be a more balanced attack, because I don't want Kellen Moore to see what Dak's going to do against a cupcake team and then think, oh, Dak can do this against every team, which no, he can't. I want this to be that's the only thing I'm worried about against Green Bay, is if we do throw for 300, 350, Dak has some like crazy stats where it's like 4 touchdowns, and then we go in against the Vikings and they try to do the exact same thing and Dak gets shut down. Like, that's what I'm worried about. They get away from the run game. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is them getting away from the run game. That is it. But aside from actually playing against Aaron Rodgers and this Green Bay team in Lambeau, I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not. There's no reason to be worried.
No, I 100% agree with you. That's why I said if you lose to them, oh, you're catching shit for it. Like, this is a prime game for you guys to just go in there, take care of your business, get done, and get out. Yeah. That's the way I'm looking at the Commanders as well. I get it. Taylor Heineke is under center now. But, and listen, I did praise him in the offseason. I said, listen, these players will play better for him. He is a locker room guy. They respect him more. I would play Heineke over Wentz. But don't twist my words. Heineke is not that much better than Wentz, if at all. Okay, so I'm really, really not worried about it. But like I said, I think our run defense was just a little sloppy because of the short week that we had. I do not expect them to come out and make the same mistake twice. They don't do that. This team is not built to do that. I believe their emphasis was on the run game this week, and they will take care of what they need to do. JG has had a pretty solid year of making adjustments when he needs to get the defense on track, and I have no reason not to believe he won't again. And Jordan Davis, it was shown today that he came back to practice. Now, he didn't play, I don't think, but he showed up with no brace or anything on. So, he looks good, and he should be back for the Tennessee game. So, dude, we're going to be fine. They know Davis is coming back. They know they have a little hole to fill, and they'll fill it. And Hargraves is playing out of this world right now. He's had 5 sacks in 2 games. He has 6 on the year, and he's leading my defense. Quinn has yet to even break out. He's still learning the playbook. Like, I'm not worried about Washington. Quinn? Yeah.
Quinn, who's on your
edge rusher?
You what?
The edge rusher that we just got from the Bears.
Oh, I was like, Quinn?
Yeah.
Quinn is not going to be nothing, bro. He had 1 sack this whole season with the Bears.
Bro, he's the most double-team defensive end in the whole NFL. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course he's not going to have any sacks.
Oh, but Aaron Donald can be doubled and triple-teamed, and he can have 20 sacks.
Aaron Darnold is built different.
Okay, but when Tank is doubled and triple-teamed, and he gets made fun of for not having sack. Look, I don't like Tank, but like like I said, I'm gonna give the same energy back. So when he's doubled and triple teamed, oh he's horrible, he's trash, he's nothing. Oh, but when Quinn is tripled and double teamed, oh of course he's gonna have one sack.
That Aaron Donald is trash.
No, I wasn't talking about Aaron Donald. I said Tank.
Who the
like
fuck?
I pivoted to Tank, like DeMarcus Lawrence, Tank, our guy, our edge rusher.
Fuck him.
When he's doubled and triple teamed and he doesn't get a sack for like 3-4 games, y'all sit there and say, oh, he's horrible, he's trash, he's this. But then when Quinn, who's the most double teamed guy in the NFL, right? Like you just said, only has one sack, you're gonna sit there and make excuses of why he only has one sack. But then when it comes to DeMarcus Lawrence, y'all say he's garbage. I mean, and like I said, I'm not a DeMarcus Lawrence fan at all. I'm not. But I mean, I'm going to defend my guy when there's a double standard set.
If there's a double standard set, it's only because y'all put it there.
I didn't put it there. I didn't. I've always said.
Maybe Lawrence should run his fucking mouth and then not do anything.
Oh, I've always said Tank should just shut up. Like, I get mad at some of the guys. Not mad, but like when Cole comes on, they goes, "Oh, let him talk." I'm like, no. Every time he opens his damn mouth, we fucking lose. Like, he needs to shut up and sit down and not say not anything. Because anytime he opens his mouth, shit happens to where we look like shit. So he needs to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, because he did you no favors when we played.
No, and he's over there talking about, Jalen Hurts exposed basically saying Jalen Hurts exposed some of my, whatever he said, because the dummy would try to cut him off going on the inside, and Jalen Hurts would run right on the outside. I'm like, dude, this is about the fourth time you fucking done this shit, bro. You cut him off on the inside, and he runs away from you outside. Like, are you dumb? Like, you need to get him to stay in the pocket. Like, run out. Like, don't cut him off to make him go outside where there's no one. Cut him off to where he can't go outside, and he has to stay inside to where everyone's at.
What if you... Dude,
No, I'm saying if I'm talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. That's what I'm talking about.
But who cares if you keep him in the pocket? He's already shown you he can fucking throw.
I'm talking about when he takes off running, when he's not going to throw anymore, and he takes off running. DeMarcus Lawrence kept trying to cut him off on the inside, so he kept running outside. So I'm saying stop trying to cut him off on the inside, make him stay in there where he's trying to run, not actually throw the ball to where everyone's at and the pocket can collapse. And it'll be easier to get him down instead of, I'm going to cut you off on the inside. No one's on the outside. Let me just run around you and juke you because you're by yourself, pretty much. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying.
I understand what you're saying now, but there's a very easy answer for that. You just can't stop him.
Oh, my God. I mean, Dallas had like three? Didn't Dallas have like 3-4 sacks? Yeah, I get it when Lane Johnson went out, but I mean, Parsons wasn't even on that side. Parsons wasn't even on that side. He was on the side. I mean, Tank was on that side.
And still, what the fuck did y'all do the whole entire time? Nothing. It took Lane Johnson going out for y'all to get any fucking sort of pressure at all. What the fuck are you talking about? We were clapping that ass up until Johnson went out, bro. What are you talking about?
You act like this is a constant thing. You act like this is a constant. What happened? Look, we're gonna bring up the past. What happened the last year when we were constantly getting pressure on you? This year you finally have one good game against the Cowboys in 2-3 years.
It's not about last year. It's about right now.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that y'all finally have one good look. The NFL is a short season. You only play for us. We play each other twice a year. So we can bring up past games because we're in the same division. So you finally get a good game against us, finally, after 2.5 seasons? Because last year y'all didn't have any good games against us. I get it. You were being the playoffs, so you decided to rest all your starters week the last game of the season, or when was it the last game or whatever it was, the second time we played y'all. But either way, like you finally get a good game against us, and now y'all open your mouth. Like that's what we laugh at. Is like you finally get one over on us after basically 2.5 seasons, and now. Now y'all are opening your mouth like y'all are.
Hold up. Did you not have your team already built for the last 3 years prior to this one? We were in the process of rebuilding over the last few years. Each and every year, we were kind of in cap hell here and there, and Howie had to move some pieces around, get some draft picks, do this, do that. Like last year, you were primed to fucking beat us. We understood that. We understand what our situation was last year. No one out there last year was pleading fucking Super Bowl for us. We knew where we stood, and we understood that we played well above our expectation. Okay? No one's doubting that. But last year and this year are two totally different fucking monsters, bro. Dude, totally. First off, you have Jalen Hurts fucking playing at an MVP caliber right now. Okay, I'm not even playing. This kid has gotten so good at fucking playing football in less than a year. It's ridiculous, bro.
Let me ask you this. You take AJ Brown away and you keep you keep Devontae Smith only, and then you have still Rager and you have Quez Watkins and Dallas Goedert. You're telling me that Jalen Hurts is still playing at an MVP level? And there's a reason why I'm asking you this.
Well, listen.
There's a reason why I'm asking you this. So do you still think?
Listen.
No. Answer the question. Do you still think he's playing at MVP?
I'm answering it. Relax. Calm down, sir. Okay. Well, I understand first and foremost that AJ Brown is the reason. I understand that. It's just like how you saw Josh Allen with Stephon Diggs in year 3. I understand. They make a huge difference. I get that. Okay. But for your question, if it was this year with the same roster as last year without AJ Brown, he would have a better season. Yes.
Jalen Hurts would have a better season?
Oh, Jalen would have a better season because, dude, he can throw the ball better. He's more patient. He lets his routes come open. He's not trying to – let me finish.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, he's not trying to exit the pocket right away. The line is still the same as last year. Nothing has changed. Okay, so the line is still the same. It wasn't really as much his weakness last year was more about the trust just in general of the system of the wide receivers that we had. And it was Smith's first rookie year, you know. If you give Smith his second year and make him a wide receiver 1, which we all know that Smith can be a wide receiver 1, yes, statistically, Jalen Hurts is still going to have a better year than what he had last year. But will he be playing at an MVP level? Not without A.J. Brown. I give you that. We all will give you that. A.J. Brown is the ultimate difference maker. None of us ever said he wasn't.
No, and the reason why I ask you this is because, and let me say this to the point of, will he be statistically better? Yeah, I don't know, because he's at 10 touchdowns right now throwing, right? After this past week, after the 3 touchdown game,
he has 18 altogether, and he only
no. Our bet is throwing touchdowns, and last year Jalen Hurts only had 16 throwing touchdowns last year, and this year he has 10 throwing touchdowns, right?
I don't really know right now, dude.
Yeah, okay, I'll look it up later. But anyway, statistically better. It's not hard to be better than what you were last year. 16 throwing touchdowns, 3,100, a little over 3,100 yards. Anything better than that. And I said it this year. He probably have more than 3,100 yards this year. Passing touchdowns, I don't know. This is why we have our 20 touchdowns. I don't think he's going to touch 20 touchdowns.
He has 12.
He has 12. Okay. So he's 8 touchdowns away from that. He's at 1,700 yards passing or 1,800 yards passing?
Over 2,000.
He's over 2,000 now. Well, I guess I'm thinking before the Steelers game. So he's over 2,000. So I still got 1,500 yards to go before I got pay up a bet and 8 more touchdowns before I got to pay. If I got to do, I don't think he's going to
Oh, I
touch
don't
30.
even give a shit. I will buy you a hat so you just get your thing. As long as my team is winning, I don't give a fuck. I will buy you a fucking hat. When you're sitting on your couch at home with that fucking hat with tears rolling down your fucking eyes because you're watching my team play in January and you're grabbing my hat that I bought you and holding it tight like a little fucking blankie because you're pissed off. I won. That's fine.
Well, my team's going to be playing in January as well.
No, it's fucking not because you're Dallas.
So my team isn't going to make the playoffs this year. I mean, we got a 2-game lead.
No, I guess. No, listen, you're right. You will. I mean February. I'm sorry. I mean February. I apologize.
Oh, okay. The 1 week in February where only 2 teams play.
Yeah,
So you're guaranteeing Super Bowl right now.
The way this team is playing, fuck yeah, man.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I need a time set. Okay, 55 minutes.
Go ahead. Hey, if we don't do it, if we don't make it, bro, I'm man enough to say, hey.
No, I get it. Of course, because that's all you can be, right? Sit there and say I'm wrong. But again,
cool.
Playoffs are a different animal. Playoffs are a completely different animal. I mean,
name me one person in the NFC. See, we don't play Kansas City. We don't play Buffalo. Who the fuck am I supposed to be scared of in the NFC?
I don't know. You haven't played. I mean, you haven't played everyone yet. So I don't know. I don't know.
Who? Other than our division, we're the best fucking division in the NFC, bro. We are the best.
It's called Any Given Sunday, though.
I'm not scared of the Giants. Who the fuck am I going to be scared of?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just asking. Please enlighten me.
And I'm telling you, I do not know. I don't know who you should be scared of.
Exactly.
Because I'm not your team. I know I'm not worried about anyone, including y'all, because now that we got to see y'all again, we know that Jalen Hurts or the Eagles can't really do much outside the second quarter because we've seen it time and time again. We see y'all, how y'all play, how you run your offense. And
yet
I feel
you can't stop it. And yet
we only played you one time. We've only played you one time with this offense because let's face it, last year we stopped it. The year before that we stopped it, right? When Jalen Hurts was playing. So we stopped it last year twice, actually. Twice last year.
Completely different fucking team.
I understand that. So that's why I'm saying that's why you cannot tell me, oh, you can't stop it. Yeah, you're right. It's a completely different team. We finally was able to see it. We saw it now, actually, and I feel like my defense has actually gotten better since we played y'all. Now we got some guys coming back, right? We're gonna get offensive line help with Tyron Smith coming back. This run game is gonna go to the next level if Kellen Moore keeps calling plays the way he does, where it's balanced. And I think Parsons is a guy that learned from his mistakes. And Dan Quinn is going to have this defense playing at a higher level than what it is now when it's time to play y'all. And I don't care if you sit all your guys, like I said earlier. I don't even think you are going to sit all your guys because I think it's going to still be that close because at some point you're going to lose to someone. I don't know who, but you will. You will. And you will still be playing for the division, the division in the later at the end of the season. You probably will going to have to start your guys against Dallas. Because you may have 1 or 2 losses going into that Christmas Eve game, and we may have 3. Either way, I'm not worried about anyone. And and guess what? Into the playoffs. Let's just say you're the first seed, right? Because that's what you are right now. And we stay at the 5 seed. The only way we play on the divisional round is if every other wild card team loses and the divisional teams win. And we're the only wild card team to win. That's when we play y'all. If the 6 seed wins or the 7 seed wins a game and we win ours, y'all got to play the 6 or 7 seed. We got to play one of the other seeds, and then guess what? If we win that game and y'all win y'all's, we're meeting in the NFC Championship game. Now, I'm not saying we're getting there. I'm just saying that's what happens if we stay at the 5 and y'all stay at the 1.
Bro, we will be walking in Christmas Eve night 14-0. quit playing. Quit.
Okay. 14-0. You'll be walking in there 14-0.
Yep.
I mean, I just feel like every time I watch y'all, every week y'all just get closer and closer and closer to losing a game. Every week.
No win is easy in the NFL, homie.
No, I understand that, but I just feel like every week y'all get worse and worse and worse. Like, and when I mean worse, like worse is relatively speaking. Like y'all may still be putting up good numbers, but your defense doesn't look the same. Or your defense may have a good game, but Hurts may have a bad game. Or you know your defense is having a good game, and you're playing with a bunch of short fields because that offense for the other team. You know, let's look at who the Texans, fucking Mills. Instead of taking a sack, he just throws the ball up in the air and what's his name? CJ, what's his name? Fucking comes out of nowhere and has another interception. I mean, if that doesn't happen, I mean, it's a different ball game. He just takes a sack, it's a different ball game at that point. So,
yeah, no, dude, I do not think he knows how our defense works. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you this right now. This team is built to last. I don't care even, listen, I don't even care if we lose a game before we come to see you. Okay, losing one game, I'm still going to feel this way about my team. I've already told you and many others, if we lose a game, it is only specifically and totally our fault because we shot ourselves in the foot. And I agree with you. It's like you said, either Jalen has a bad game, Sirianni has a really bad game where he's calling plays, or JG has a really bad game where he's not putting enough pressure on the quarterback, which ends up making us lose something. Somehow, some way, the Eagles, the only way we lose a game is because we do it to ourselves. It is not because we got beat because you are better than us. It is not because we got beat because you outplayed us. It is because we outplayed ourselves. And I'm 100% going to stand beside that.
all right. Well, you stand beside that. So, this was fun, sir. This was fun. This was very fun.
It really was. I enjoy talking like this sometimes. It's good to get some frustration out.
It is. I don't know why you need to get frustration out. I mean, you're 8-0. There's no. I mean, maybe it's because you almost lost to the Texans.
You Dallas
I don't know.
Shut the fuck
I don't know. I mean, I don't look, man. I woke up from a nap and I saw all this shit on Twitter that I don't even know why I was tagged in that stuff. Like I was like, what the hell? Like, I didn't even say nothing.
That was Cole's Cowboy. You can blame him for that. He started tagging your ass.
I didn't even pay attention to who started what. All I saw was your stuff about 8-0 and this and that. And I know you asked me to retweet stuff. So that's where I thought all it stemmed from. Like that's where I thought I saw the 8-0 and yada yada. Anyone can say anything. And I thought you were saying it, and then you tagged me in it, and I was like, what? And that's when because I woke up from my nap and I saw all these notifications from that, and I was like, what did I do? Like I've been asleep. I've been asleep, man.
Yeah, no, I had nothing to do with that, bro. But I had to comment because. No, listen, man, I got so tired of seeing Coles out there trolling people. So I was like, I'm going to spend all day today trolling this motherfucker. And that's what I did.
You want to know what's funny? It's funny how everyone, I'm not saying like everyone, but a lot of people are trying to be like me, man, with my shit.
I saw that.
Like even Mitch hit me up like yesterday or the day before, and he goes, it's funny how Cole's trying to be like you. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, all the trolling that everyone's doing now, yada. I was like, oh, I guess like it's funny how now everyone's talking shit, but I will say this, y'all, we do live rent free in y'all's heads. Now, I'm not saying yours, but y'all.
You don't even live up here at all. Listen, whenever
I said, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your fan base. When you lose to the Astros, when you lose to the Astros in Game 5 and you start chanting Dallas sucks when it's a completely different sport.
Because you do suck.
You're playing the Astros. Why are you even talking about us? And how can you sit there and say we suck at 6-2?
Your own guy earlier, bro, go back and caption that shit. Said y'all were not good. He said the only good team y'all have played is Minnesota, which means AKA y'all suck.
When did he say Minnesota? All I saw was y'all haven't played any good team.
No. They said the only team that we've played good. Dude, are you seriously going to make me go back through this whole fucking
Go look, because I remember you put it up. You said the Eagles haven't played any good teams this season. You brought up Minnesota, not him.
No. He did. Yes, he did. He said the only good team you guys have played is Minnesota. And I said, so you're saying your team is shit. You remember that. I said, so that means you guys are a bad team.
Yeah, no, he didn't say anything about Minnesota.
Yes, he did.
I'm looking through it right now.
What's it say?
Now, hold on, I'm looking through it. I think I know where it's at.
I know.
But
I just forget his name. It'd be easier if I knew his name.
I think it's on my.
It's a Cowboy, I think. Or no. Shit.
Oh no, he wasn't on mine. His name was Alexander.
You're right. That's who it was.
Yeah, no, I know because he's always in my. He's a cool dude. He always comes and supports me. But
no, he is a cool dude. I run into him in your chat all the time. I say what's up to him. Holy crap, bro! These chats were amazing.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I like.
Oh! You're right. So he didn't. But I did mention Minnesota because they are.
That's what I said. You mentioned Minnesota.
You're right. Hey, dude, that was a long time ago. I had to rethink. You know?
I was telling you. I remember this.
I went back to look at the evidence, homie. Shit. I told you I'm man enough to prove that I'm wrong, so I was wrong. My bad.
Look, I'm even in my own life, I'm like 94% correct on everything. So
you're right.
Exactly, I am right.
This is my 6% I was fucking wrong. Okay. No, but yeah, there's the evidence. We haven't faced any good teams yet. So even take out Minnesota. Say Minnesota isn't a good team. Well, then in his eyes, neither are fucking you.
That's fine, and he's entitled to his opinion. But I'm gonna sit here and say, look, this is every year we come in. I'm not saying we do this, but every year we come in, we have. I've been on here for 6 years. I act a certain way. I talk about it. Last year when we were winning and we were torching everyone and yada yada, and then that kind of fell off after his injury and all this other shit. And I was saying, don't drink the Kool-Aid, don't this, don't that. I kind of started drinking the Kool-Aid when we put up 50-something on Washington. And I was like, okay, this is a get-right game. And then we lost to the Cardinals. And I was like, nah, pump your brakes. And then we beat y'all. And I was like, I'm not. Nope. Don't sit there and say this is a get-right game because I saw this a couple weeks ago. Like, if we were in last year's position, we were still blowing through people. And there was good teams out there like Green Bay was last year, like Tampa was last year, I'd be sitting here saying, holy shit, like, yeah, we have a cupcake schedule. Look at these other teams that are actually playing good teams, yada, yada, this and that. But like we talked about last week, this year, I'm acting different because, yeah, we're 6-2. Like, I'm not worried about winning the division. I just want to get to the playoffs because anything can happen in the playoffs. And the way we match up, like, I'm not worried about Seattle. I'm not worried about the Bucks anymore. Like, maybe I'm worried about San Francisco with Run CMC and the way they're looking, but that's about it. But anyone else, I'm not worried about the Giants. Again, I'm not worried about y'all either. I just think we're going to be completely different this time, like on Christmas. Whether you play your starters or not, come playoff time, it's going to be completely different. And the way we match up against teams that we potentially are going to play against, and look, the Vikings, 2nd seed, right? 7-1. We're going to see them next week. So if we beat them, I'm not worried about playing them because if we beat them, I honestly think the Giants can beat them.
So question, if you lose to Minnesota, are you going to start to worry?
No, I'm not going to start to worry. The only time I'm going to start to worry is if we go on a streak where we're 7th seed. And not because we're going to play y'all or anything like that. I'm just worried because I'm like, shit, well, I'm trying to make the playoffs and I don't want to be on the outside looking in. 3 games left in the season. You know what I mean? Like right now we had our bye, but that was a great thing. I didn't have to worry about anything this past week because we had a 2-game lead on everyone. And guess what? We still got because the Niners won and they're 5-4 now. We still got a 2-game lead on fucking everybody. Even after the bye week, we still got a 2-game lead on fucking everyone. So I'm not worried at all. There's no reason for me to be. Just like you shouldn't, because you're still making the playoffs. Like I wouldn't be worried. I'd be worried about teams just because it's any given Sunday and anything can happen. But as far as seeding goes and playoffs, I wouldn't be worried because we're going to get there.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, listen, I'm pretty confident to sit here today and say that all 3 of us are getting it. The Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. I'm pretty confident with that. You know, like I said, as far as second place right now, the Giants definitely earn theirs more than you have. You know, they have had the harder teams to beat, and they've actually played and beat those teams legitly. You know,
what harder teams? Hold on.
Baltimore, Tennessee, the harder teams, teams you haven't played yet.
Well, we're not playing Baltimore because we don't have a third place schedule.
They beat Lamar Jackson, so I'm not going to discredit them.
Lamar Jackson has a third place schedule, so
I don't give a shit. Lamar Jackson is still fucking Lamar Jackson. And
so their tough schedule is hold on. That's the remaining games. Sorry. The remaining game. I don't want remaining games. I want their whole fucking schedule. Well, we'll wait till he gets back because oh my God. So he's gonna sit here and tell me. Let me go. Seymour. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, you're back.
I'm back.
All right. So you're telling me that the Giants have earned it more because they beat Tennessee week 1, right? They beat Carolina week 2. Oh, easy team. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys, right? Oh, they beat the Bears. Easy team, right? Didn't we fucking put up 49 on the Cowboys. Oh, they beat Green Bay, who's like 2-6, but according to you, it doesn't matter because it's Aaron Rodgers and whatever else, right? Oh, they beat Baltimore, who's on a third place schedule, just like they are. Oh, because they beat Lamar Jackson, which, let's be real here, a lot of people can beat Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson isn't really, I mean, yeah, he can run, but and he's having a really incredible season this year, but when he gets to the playoffs, he's nothing, right? He doesn't win. Oh, they beat the Jaguars, which, you want to give them credit for that? I mean, you struggled against them in the first quarter. It wasn't until y'all started, holding them. They went up 14 to nothing against y'all. Oh, and then they beat Seattle, who is 5-3 right now, leading their division, and they're nothing. They're not really anything to look at either.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hold up. Let me read something to you. Do you know who the most accurate quarterbacks are with 10 plus yards or more? Do you know who those guys are? The top 3 dudes.
Oh, y'all lost to Seattle. I'm sorry, y'all lost to Seattle.
No. Do you know
the Giants lost to Seattle?
I know they did.
Who?
Tua, Geno Smith, aka Seattle, and Jalen fucking Hurts. That is your 3 top quarterbacks when it comes to most accurate passes of 10 plus yards or more. Don't give me that shit that fucking Seattle's trash. Geno Smith is fucking playing out of this goddamn world, bro. He's the most. He has the highest passer rating right now in the NFL. Geno fucking Smith.
So he should be considered. He should be considered for MVP then over Jalen Hurts.
He should be considered in the conversation. Yes. What do you
at 5-3? At 5-3. At 5-3 or 6-3, whatever they are.
You guys have Dak Prescott in the top 5 QBs this fucking
Who's
year.
we?
He only played
Who's
3
we?
games.
Who's we?
Your Dallas fans. Your Dallas fans have Dak Prescott in the top 5 QB conversation, and he's only played 3 fucking games.
I don't know if it's Cowboy fans or you're specifically talking about if you're specifically talking about Cole's Cowboy. Because I mean, I saw that and I was like, bro, he's played 3 games. One of them he looked bad in. The other one he was coming off injury. He looked bad. He's only had looked good in one of those 3 games.
Bro, you cannot discredit what Geno Smith is fucking doing in Seattle. Look at the kid's stats. He has the best passer rating. He's
2,100 yards and 15 touchdowns.
Doing amazing. Yeah, he's fucking doing amazing. He's doing better than your fucking guy.
Well, yeah, because my guy's played 3 games. This guy's played, what, a whole season?
So how the fuck is Dak Prescott better than fucking Geno Smith right now?
Why don't we keep it, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. But how about we keep it between you and I, because I never said anything about Dak Prescott being better than Geno Smith. Those words have never come out of my mouth as far as this season goes.
Just saying, homie.
Like, you don't need to get upset with me because I never said anything about Dak ever being a top 5 quarterback this season. At all. But it will be funny if somehow Dak Prescott comes back throwing more touchdowns than Geno Smith. Now, I'm not expecting Dak to even touch 24 touchdowns this season, 23, 24. Like, I'm not, but he's 32 years old.
Yeah,
but I mean, like I said, I'm not worried about Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. 220, almost 2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. But he's played the Cardinals, which they're not that great. He's played the Giants, beat them, had 2 touchdowns, 212. The Chargers don't look all that great. They're 210 is what the Cardinals again threw for 197 yards. The Saints, he had 3 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times for 268 yards. So, I mean, Geno Smith isn't having a tough schedule either. So,
all right, man. You just aren't going to give people credit where credit's due. I mean,
I do when they actually play good teams, but
bro, you realize if the kid sucked, he would suck, right? Like, just because he's playing good, now you want to discredit his playing because he's playing shitty teams.
I mean, he hasn't been. I mean, that's why he bounces around, right? That's why he bounces around.
But that's like
he's not that great.
Hold up, that's like you saying Jalen Hurts doesn't. Now you didn't say this. Let me clarify before I say it. But that's like somebody saying Jalen Hurts doesn't deserve MVP vote because he hasn't played anyone good. No, the kid's playing phenomenal. Geno Smith is playing phenomenal. It just is what it is. Who would have guessed it? Not this fucking guy, but he is.
But yet, Geno Smith is playing this good, according to you, and he's nowhere near the MVP conversation, and he's sitting at 5-3 right now.
He should be. He's playing fantastic, dude. Their defense is actually really fucking playing well. Their corners, who are rookies, are really stepping up and playing very good football. Seattle actually is not one of those teams you need to blink at. I'm not saying they're a threat, but I'm not saying that they're a team that you can just shrug the fuck off.
We'll see.
And I never thought I'd say that because I made complete shots at Geno this offseason. Like, wow, what the fuck is Pete Carroll doing? Geno Smith sucks. Like, you have no hope. You pretty much threw away the season. Holy fuck, Geno came back and punched me in the face. It is what it is.
Well, all right, man. Well, I got to go because I got to get ready for my show here in about 45 minutes.
Oh, shit.
I got to go get some beer, and so, yeah.
So, hey, man, this was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
you know. And what I love about it too is because we're friends off screen, you know.
Yeah.
I'm none of this shit's personal, you know.
No.
It's just all fun shit talking, you know, team to team. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you so much doing this with me again, and can't
Oh
wait
yeah.
to do it next week. And hopefully, you know, whenever we play you guys on Christmas Eve, I can really talk my shit at 14-0. But no,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at? And, you know, my boy's been growing really big here lately. So shout out to him and all the hard work he puts in. And yeah, man.
Well, everyone can find me here on YouTube if you haven't already. You must be sleeping under a rock because I'm about to get on here and even troll the Eagles even more here in about 20 minutes, about 45 minutes or so. So, yeah, you can find me here at Boys for Life, and you can find me on Twitter at Boys for Life 04 since Boys for Life was taken.
Yeah, so I am AK Eagles from the AK Eagles podcast. Appreciate you all for coming through tonight. Go over in 20 minutes, check my boy out on his stream, and watch him troll us because we live in their head rent free. Until next time, I am AK Eagles. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, subscribe too. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Peace out.